Hey everybody, it's Tradius Trades back with another video. Today we're going to see what happened in the euro this week. How am I looking to trade it going forward? This isn't telling you to go and buy and sell anything. There's your little disclaimer. This isn't financial advice, you guys. Real risk in these markets. Don't take my word for anything. Don't do anything because I say to do it. This is educational and informational only, and you take your own risk. All right, so let's start with price action. Then we're going to take a look under the hood of this market using COT and some other fundamental indicators. So just starting with what happened this week. So on the weekly chart, we see that we actually had a close below the last up close. So there's the last up close here. We actually closed below the low that day. So that doesn't happen if things are bullish. So that's that nice bearish development. I'm very bearish euro right now based on fundamentals, which we'll get to in a minute. If you follow my channel, you know I've been hunting shorts in foreign currencies. I'm actually short the Japanese yen right now, but I'm choosing to do these videos on the euro because it just seems to be more widely tracked. So basically, foreign currencies against the US dollar are nicely set up for shorts. The US dollar is set up for long. So this price development here is positive as far as my fundamental bias goes. So let's see. So we're in a weekly down swing. So what does that tell me? That tells me that the momentum on the weekly is down, obviously. Now, what does that mean for trade opportunities? Well, I need to go in on the daily and I need to see, is the daily in alignment with the weekly downward momentum? So as of right now, we're getting really close to that confirmation. So if you follow my channel, you know that for this method, I use the 18 period moving average method. It has to do with closes above the or below the 18 period moving average and then getting follow through. So what we have here is we have two full range bars below the 18 period moving average, none of which are inside bars. So what I need to see the bears do is take out Friday's low. If we get that, that is called follow through. That tells me the trend is fully down. Then how do I trade that? Well, I use a percent R. Super easy. Overbought or oversold indicator. Nothing in this business needs to be complicated, guys, unless you want to make it that way. So here we have, if we get that follow through, we'll have a fully bearish trend on the daily in alignment with the weekly downward momentum. And what that will mean is anytime I get a percent R reading that is overbought, I'll be looking to get involved in this market. And that's basically how I'll be looking to work this right now. So we have fundamentals that are pointing towards bearishness. So why don't I quickly show you those? So the euro has been set up for shorts for quite a while, but the commercials we see here on the index are extremely short relative to the last 26 weeks, and the small specs and the large specs are extremely long. So they're juxtaposed. The commercials are the guys you want to track in this market and do what they're doing. So these guys got really short up here. What we see also the last few weeks, we've had really bullish sentiment advisor readings. So the advisors that are telling their clients what to buy and sell have been telling their clients to go out and buy euros, buy all the euros you can get. And that's all fine and good. Sometimes these guys are right, especially in the middle of the move, but when they get to extremes that are at the opposite of where the commercials are, we need to pay attention. So that's bearish. We've also been recently overvalued versus the treasuries and the US dollar. So lots of bearish things pointing or bearish signs in the euro. What we also see, and this is really potent information, is look at this green line. This is the net positioning of the small specs. So the green is small specs, red is the commercials, blue is the large specs. The green guys, look at the last time they got this long. Was way back here, and we want to pay attention to extremes. We get great trade setups at extremes, and we see here the last time the small specs got this bullish was back in July of 2023, and look at that. That was right at a super major high in the marketplace. Huge money to have been made working the short side of the market in that trend that followed that positioning. So that's super bearish. We also see on this move up, this is open interest down here. Price has increased on open interest increasing. Now, open interest is just like it sounds like. There's more interest in the market. What we want to know is who is the really interested party. What we see here is on this incline, the net positioning of the small specs and the large specs has increased. So this increase of open interest has coincided with the net positioning of these guys getting more long. That's super bearish. These guys are wrong at extremes, so that's what we like to see. We also have seasonal is fairly bearish right now for euro. See, seasonal pointing down. So that's all bearish, and we had some some confirmations here the last few weeks too. We've had some signs of accumulation coming into the market. We had a ADX over 60. This is the ADX. We on this up move. Anytime an ADX gets over 60, that's a sign the trend is coming to an end fairly soon. So we had confirmation this trend was going to change. I didn't work the euro. I worked the short side of the yen because the yen has been comparably weaker than the euro. And what I mean by that is the euro took out September's highs and the yen didn't. So the yen is way weaker comparably to the euro, and that is why I chose to work the yen, because it should stay weaker too. If it's been weaker, it should continue to do so. So that's the fundamentals underlying the market. So now you also know what's on my radar this week. Well, we have the weekly downswing, the downward momentum on the weekly. Can we see the bears show up and get some follow through here? If that happens, I'll want to take overbought pullbacks as sell opportunities. So that's it, you guys. That's how I'm looking to work the euro market this week. Lots of reasons to be bearish based on the fundamental conditions, and even the recent price actions shows us we're heading in the right direction. And I'm just looking for high probability trades, you guys. Trades that are in alignment with the momentum from the weekly or the monthly chart, and using the daily chart to kind of give us further confirmation that yes, the momentum is indeed real. We want to work that side of the market. These are the easy trades. We want to wait for the easy trades to come along, you guys. Doesn't mean it'll be easy to get in them or hold them, but as far as the concept goes and what we're hunting here, it's not complicated, very basic. If you've got questions about it, you can feel free to reach out to me, tradiustrades@gmail.com. I can get you into my free Discord as well, where I share my market insights and everything that I'm viewing in the markets with a great group of people and traders. And if you like the video, please like, subscribe, share with your friends, follow me on Twitter, Tradius_trades. So that's it, guys. That's what I'm looking for euro this week. I hope you have a good week in your trading, and thanks for listening.